Hi friends, welcome to 12 Days of Christmas Cards. And I wanted to know, would you like to see how I made this card? Well, hang tight. It's also December doily month, and I figured I'd use this piece of a handmade doily in our creation today. At least I'm going to try. And then I have this piece of handmade paper that I created, and this was a scrap laying on my desk, and I thought, well, maybe we could work this into our creation today. And then I have this, which I think we could fit onto the card quite easily. And then I actually have this paper doll has been sitting on my desk because I used a bunch of them for a bunch of other things, and I didn't use her. How perfect is she going to be to use today? All right, my friends, I went ahead and found 2 more pieces of paper, and I felt like the style is good with her dress. So I thought we'd try to fit these in as well, or at least parts of them. And I think what I'll do to begin with is just tear this from corner to corner, like that. And let's see how this might look. If we did something like this, just for starters, we're just going to kind of lay this out. And then I could take this and fit it in as well. What if I tore this off like this, and then took some of the bottom, and then I took this, keeping the tearing part consistent, and did it like that. Okay, what if we then put this here like that, and then oh yeah, this little piece could kind of go in there, and this could go like that, and she could go in here somewhere. Oh, like that-ish, right? Okay, I'm liking that. Let's go ahead, and we're just going to start gluing down, but we're going to go ahead and start with these 2 pieces. Friends, I wanted to let you know that I'll go ahead and create a playlist, and so if you've missed any of the 12 Days of Christmas cards, you can check them out on my playlist. And if you'd like to play along, you sure can. Tag me so I don't miss your video, and I'll add you to my playlist if you'd like. You can also share your makes in my Facebook group, which is Creating with Jovi Journals and Crafts. I frequently have freebies on the group. As a matter of fact, there's a bunch of freebies from the Paper Dolls kit and some other things that you might be able to use this time of year. I think this piece will look great right there, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. If you hear that ringtone, it sounds like a motorcycle. That is my son, Andrew. He is texting me about something, but he's here at home, so it's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll check on him in a few minutes. And then what if we took this piece and we put this down here? Kind of fits perfectly right there. All right, what else do we want to put on there, my friends? Oh yeah, we have this one. So let's talk about this one. If we put this here, oh, I just think that's the perfect spot. Yeah, let's do that. I didn't really know that I was going to be doing some collaging today, but you know, collaging is always fun. It's always a good day for collage. Now I just feel a little bit compelled to go ahead and cover this spot right here, so I'm going to get some glue on the back of this little piece that I tore. It was from a part of the scrap, and that's going to fit perfectly right there. And we are good to move forward. So we have our doll. So let's just pop her on here. And then we can't forget our doily. And I think doily's gonna go right up here at the top. I'll use Fabri-Tac to glue that down. And then I'll put the word believe on it. And so I think then what we'll do is just put her right here. What do you guys think about that? I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue her down first. All right, now I'm gonna grab my doily here. I'm gonna move the card over. And I'm just gonna get some Fabri-Tac here on the back of the doily. Trying to get it on the thick spots of it so it doesn't bleed through. It dries clear though, so if it does, it's just not that big of a deal. Okay, let's give that a try. I'm gonna pull this down here. Put this right here, right up at the edge. There we go. Now I'll go ahead and get some Fabri-Tac on the back of this. This is cardstock, so there shouldn't be any problem at all with concerns about bleed through. So we're gonna pop this right here. I think that looks nice. Friends, I decided I'd go ahead and add some stickles to our card. All right, my friends, here is our finished card. I added the stickles. Hopefully you can see the shine. There you go. I think when I do that, you can. I also added this little ball pin with this music note. That used to be one of my daughter's earrings. I think that's a nice little touch. Got the stickles on the image here, down her dress, and just a few accents. I also added some to where I did the stenciling on the handmade paper. Then of course I went all the way around the edge, all the way around, and around the believe here. Oh, sorry. Right around the believe part, and then there's a fine line that goes down here. So I love the way this turned out, my friends. I hope you like it too. I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. I know that this does not like overtly say Christmas or holiday, but I think it's beautiful. I think it works. The gold really, I think, lends itself to the holiday feel. And then of course the words believe, and then I can write my sentiment on the inside. I'd certainly be happy to receive a card like this. So anyway, my friends, thanks for watching. See you soon.